Hey guys, Dennis back with a brand new video. So today I'm going to show you how to change out your outdoor entry light and put something in a little bit fancier. Alright, so we're going to be installing this Hampton Bay Drakkert small exterior wall lantern. So I picked this up at one of the big box stores. We will secure our power to our existing light, shut that off, we'll remove that, and I'll show you how to install this. So securing the power to this is really easy. All you really need to do is shut off the light switch as long as you're sure that no one's going to be flipping that light switch on while you're working on this. Alright, so we have our power secured. We're just going to pull our bulb out real quick. We'll put that to the side, and then typically on these outdoor wall fixtures, you have these little thumb screws on there. So you just take those off. There's one on each side, and then the fixture is free to come off. So normally you're gonna see a white and a black. White's your neutral, black's your hot, and then you'll have a bare wire, or green sometimes, and that's your ground. This is a non-contact voltage tester here. It will light up and beep if there is voltage there, so we're good. Let's get our ground disconnected, and that's it. The old light's off, that easy. With a new light, you will get a new mounting bracket with it, so we're gonna remove this old one right now. All right, and that comes right off, just like that. These lights come in a lot of different sizes. The backing on these, the mounting plate, and you wanna make sure that that vinyl mounting block is large enough for this plate to go on there, because you don't want this hanging over the top and bottom, and water can get inside of there and damage your wiring. All right, so let's get this light mounted, and just like the light that we pulled off, there are thumb screws on here, and we're gonna pull this mounting block off. So this is quite a bit different than the old one. So as you can see, those screws are hitting this back plate here on the mounting block, and this thing's kind of wobbly like this. So we'll have to make some adjustments on that and the back of here for this to sit nice and flush. We're gonna adjust this. All right, now on the new light, you'll see we have our bare wire ground, we have our white neutral, and these normally come pre-stripped. You just have to pull the ends off of them like this. And then I like to twist them up because normally the strands are all over the place. And this helps the wire nut grab it a little bit better too. Now the first wire that we wanna hook up is our ground. And then you wanna just take your ground from your feed wire here and wrap it around this screw. I like using the ground from the feed wire as opposed to the stranded ground wire on the fixture. That, we'll tighten that up, all right? And then make sure your wire ends are stripped really nice and they're in good shape. And then what we'll do is we'll hook the new light up, we'll mount that on here, and we'll put the thumb screws on, and we should be good to go. I always like to hook up the ground first, put the two wires kind of parallel to each other, throw your wire nut over the end, and tighten it up. And give it a good tug, make sure everything is on there really well. And we'll connect our hot next. All right, and then once you get these wires on, it's normally strong enough to hold the light fixture, as long as it's not like a 100-pound chandelier or something, right? But these wires are normally strong enough to hold this in place. Now, I'm gonna go get the thumb screws, and we'll get the thumb screws on. Okay, now what you wanna do is, you wanna take your wires, tuck them through the hole, like this. That gets that out of the way. And there is a mounting nut on the back of here. You wanna make sure there's no wiring kind of bunched up behind here, because that will prevent your light from sitting on there nice and flush. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these little washers on, and then we're gonna test one of the thumb screws. If the thumb screw bottoms out before the fixture is tight, then that means we need to pull this back off and make some adjustments. And it seems to be good. You'll know if the thumb screw is bottoming out because your light fixture will be loose on this back mounting block here, but it looks like we're good. We don't have to make any adjustments, which is great. All right, so our only step left here is to put the new light bulb in and then try it out. So this is from Fight Electric. This is a 60 watt, and this is what it looks like. So it's pretty cool. It's not your typical LED bulb. It doesn't have the metal heatsink on the back. I didn't want to see that white metal heatsink through the light fixture. So we'll screw this in here. All right, and we'll turn it on and give it a test here. Everything should be good. All right, and this looks great. That bulb is really nice. That'll probably look even better at nighttime once it gets dark here. One other thing I forgot to mention too, right? Not everybody has a front entry with an overhang on it. If your light is mounted directly on the outside and you're worried about water getting in here, you can just run a bead of silicone right across the top. Make sure you don't put any on the bottom because that'll allow water to drain out if water does still get in there. All right, guys, that wraps it up for today's video. So super simple DIY update for your house. Give yourself a little extra curb appeal. Took 15 minutes. You can do it. I'm confident that you can do it. Super easy. Secure that power so you don't get electrocuted. It's 3 wires and a couple screws to mount this on here. And look how much better this looks than the old one. So thanks for watching as always. Make sure to hit that like button. It helps me out, helps me bring you guys new content. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Until next time.